So I could have been in that A box. All right, let's move along to the next chart. We'll zoom out and advance in time a little bit. We're going to advance in time. Oh, we're still on half diminished here. Okay, so I guess we can skip over this one now. This one was focusing on why the half diminished, C half diminished cage, the strict half diminished cage, why the half diminished cage would become so elongated, where you'd have to be like Leroy Kelly to be able to play these notes, right? These black notes here, they're not accidentals. They just happen to be colored that way because I had to somehow use the same note chart, and so that's actually some kind of a negative thing, where I've done the opposite of certain color channels and come out with something that looks pretty good. It looks good, but these are not black accidentals. All right, they're just colored that way to stand out, to be different than blue and gold. Because I used color channel changing just to change it. Because it take too long to try and color these notes using the paint program. Once you give them a certain color and change their sizes, you can't. You have to start over and make a brand new pattern to color them real good the first time. So it's something I learned. Anyway, this is so it stands out. These are the longer, extended, half diminished patterns. Okay, so that's what this chart is focusing on. It's getting cold in here. I'm just going to reverse the fan. So that's what this chart focuses on, the pure G half diminished shaped, half diminished seventh, where in the G box we have, as you know, root 3, 5 root here. Okay, in the G, remember the G box goes from the 6th to the root on the bottom. That's why they're always using the G shape as a pentatonic substitution for the 6th minor. So if I want to play the same minor here, alright, that bounce off chord was the 5th. That's why it sounds alright. The thing is that when you want to do the half diminished, it's going to extend way down into the A box. That's what this chart shows. I did a full investigation into what are those true half diminished shaped A minus, C minus, G minus, D minus, A minus, and E minus shaped half diminished modal arpeggios, and therefore chords, so you could build from them, and they extend too far down. So that's why we had to do what we did, which was using the warp and using the these are warped, by the way. These are warped, and also using lower note substitutions. Okay, so we're moving right along. We're pretty much done with half diminished. We have our chords. You choose them where you're going to bar. You'll be hitting those particular half diminished notes, and then you'll be replacing the non-half diminished scale tone members with the half diminished. So you would like bar this. You'd get the 7 and the 2 and the 6, and then you just hit the 4 up there. So say on the C shaped, all right, which is here, if I bar that and just hit the 4 up here, it should sound like a half diminished. It doesn't. It sounds more like a major, doesn't it? Because we're hitting the 4, the 5 there. We should also hit the 6 with that. Okay, so it'd be barred, and then let me just do the capo so I can get that bar, and then I'd hit the 4th and the 6th there Now this should sound like a pretty good half diminished. Okay, so remember C is, it almost sounds like a fifth. Okay, and then the sixth in C would be to the fifth. Alright, so we're moving right along. We have to get to the next subject matter. Oh my God, we've got to finish up this wonderful chart that I made, that my friend Cody Sinard, Cody Hale, actually loves this chart. He thinks it's a great chart. That's why I redid the whole chart just for Cody. And I actually had to fix the E where I had all the notes there. Guess what? They're still there. Oh, right down here. I had all the notes right there. I fixed it. So we've only got the root, the third, and the fifth. Now, going up the modes, you're not going to have the root, the third, or the fifth. Let's look at the E shape, root, third, and fifth. So there's your E shape right there, fifth, root, and third. That's pretty much where you'd put your fingers on an E shape. In my case, an E shape C would be here, fifth, root, and the third. For an E chord, it'd be, and I should have done this. I'm sorry, I should have done this originally. Second inversion, 5, root 3. All right, when we go to the, remember, up a pentatonic scale, so from a C pentatonic scale, so when we go from the E shape root chord in the E box to the second minor, it's a G minor shaped. It's a G minor shaped second minor, which would be D. So it would be G minor is this guy. Okay. G would be the second. F would be the fourth. It is the fourth. Actually, we're still in referencing it to the parent key. All right, the fourth string up is. I don't like that black note there. Okay, so we've got the G minor shaped, and this is what this chart does. Okay, and I still want to move along to the new topic. Okay, so this is certainly a G minor shaped bottom three strings here, because remember, G major would be, okay, here's your G, and just drop the third, G minor shaped, D minor being the second, the fourth, and the sixth. Okay, and on up. I kind of messed that up, I'm sorry, but we're going to cover that in the next chart. Anytime I mess anything up, believe me, it gets on my conscience, and I chart it out, and we'll cover that next time. So we get all the way up and through these. We go going up a pentatonic scale. So it would be E. Remember, pentatonic scale: C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A. So starting, say, on the D cage. This is the D cage, right? Here's your D shape. Here's your D cage. All right. The D cage, the fourth of the D is a G shape, which is the fourth there. The fourth of, if it was D in the key of C, all right, the fourth would be F, and the fifth would be an A shape, which here, there's your 5. There's your root in the middle of an A-shaped chord in the D box, and you're starting on D for the root, for the Ionian, the first position, and when you go to the second position, which is the Dorian, Okay, you're going up a pentatonic scale. So you go from a